Don't you know I have fallen in love with you for the rest of my whole life through. Don't you know I was yours from the very day that you happened to...
Good afternoon from FNN. This is Chris Cornholio with reports of an unidentified flying UFO. The president says it's just a weather balloon, but he also encourages people to shelter in place. So, just in case it is something more than a weather balloon, just shelter in place. And welcome back to FNN. This is Chris Cornholio, and if you're just joining us, the president has issued warnings of a flying saucer traveling the world. Here are several witnesses that have described to us what they saw.
There was a fucking UFO. It kidnapped this guy. I think it probed his butt. I don't know what's going on. I want my mommy. I'm scared. Aliens in New York. Give me a break.
Yeah, so I woke up randomly at 3 a.m. last night by this gray figure that was in my room, and he had a flying saucer behind him, like you see in the old movies, and he started pulling me towards the saucer. It was almost like a gravitational pull towards the saucer. And then he started probing me, and I forget why he said he was trying to probe me. Maybe it was because I was wearing My Little Pony pajamas that night.
Which pony was on your PJs?
Fluttershy. But he started talking about how he came many, many light years, how we traveled many, many light years to get to where we are, and was here to run experiments on the human race. And then he wanted to test my psyche, and then he took my cat and my dog, and he ate my cat and my dog. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You know, for middle school, I wanted to audition for this musical called MERCER the Musical. I wanted to play the alien, but for racism reasons, they chose somebody else.
Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, they wanted somebody green.
Mr. President, the world's greatest strategists, generals, scientists, and smart people came up with a master plan to deal with this crisis.
We're all gonna die.
So, what are we gonna do about these aliens? Actually, maybe they're friendly.
No they're not. They just nuked California.
That was me, folks. I bombed California. My new nickname for the governor, Gavin Nuked Them, because I nuked them.
So what are we supposed to do about aliens?
Not a word.
I mean, I can't say it's the most surprising thing, though, because I always said that there has to be other life somewhere in the universe. The universe is so infinitely big that it will be virtually impossible for there to not be life outside of planet Earth. So, now we know. They're here. They're among us.
ChatGPT, what do I say here? So aliens finally land on Earth, right? And the first thing they do is try to understand humans. They're like, okay, so this species has unlimited knowledge in a thing called the internet. And they use it to argue about pineapple on pizza. Get it? Pineapple on pizza. Like, imagine traveling 4 billion light years just to find out the dominant life form, spend 6 hours a day watching people open packages on YouTube. The aliens are like, wait, this man is watching another man open a box of sneakers? Correct. And millions of others are watching with him? Yes. Are they studying the box? Nope. Just the vibes.
What in the chat GPT fuck was that?
You know, it's kind of funny, honestly. I wonder about the mysteries of life. Brain Pop, Tim and Moby, aliens. You know what? I wonder about aliens. What do they do for fun? Do they watch TV? Do they play video games? Do they play with toys? Where do they live, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? They don't always live in a UFO, do they? Because if they lived in a UFO, then how are they walking around? I don't know. There's so much. Yeah. Mysteries, isn't it? I'm gonna go watch Mystery Science Theater 3000 after this, now that I'm thinking about it again. Was that show any good?
They're probably here to kill us.
You know, it'd be really great. It'd be great if they were girl aliens.
They're not girl aliens. What's that? Oh. Yeah, we're getting word that the flying saucer is now hovering over a local park.
Come in peace, boys.
I thought it was going to be Steve. Phil, what are you doing?
I do not know who this Phil is. Please leave a message after the beep.
Tom killed it. He saved us from the alien. Yeah! Let's go! Woo! We saved us from the alien!
My balls.
Like a...
Dude, I'm not dead.
Wait, Tom lied. He's in cahoots with the aliens. Get him! Ah! Get back here! I'm gonna fuck you up!
It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
A one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater sure looks strange to me.
One-eyed.
Really came down to earth and he lit in a tree. I said, Mr. Purple People Eater, don't eat me. I heard him say in a voice so gruff,
I wouldn't eat you 'cause you're so tough.
it was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
A one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater sure looks strange to me. I said,
So how did you get a flying saucer?
Do you remember the Area 51 raids?